Hey crew, before we even get into the beer for today's show, we want to invite you to check out our brand new podcast on iTunes. This right here is all beer reviews. The podcast is something a little different. We're talking beer culture, beer news, beer happenings.
It's almost like a half hour, 45-minute radio show all about beer and everything. And we do sneak in a review in there too. So it's going to give you everything you're looking for.
So now for today's beer, Corey, Grant from Texas, Grant Angel, sent us yet another Jester King. So what are we having?
Yeah, we're having the Biere De Miel. I'm sure I said that wrong, but it's a farmhouse ale brewed with honey. Again, from Jester King. Love the stuff that they make, so I'm really excited to get into this one.
Let's dive. Glub, 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 glub. You know, honey's becoming a really popular addition to a lot of beers. I mean, we've got a brewer in town here that's literally... It's part of every recipe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honey is just a really unique ingredient, and I really like the addition to beer that honey brings. And so I'm looking forward to seeing if I can pick it out of this Jester King. I just love Jester King, though, because it just feels so homemade.
Yeah, it does.
Like professionally homebrewed.
It's like when you get those nice loaves of bread that are like artisan bread. That's what it feels like, but in beer. It's incredible.
And their artwork's always just so on point, and they've got such good presentation.
It's classy.
I mean, this thing is, like you said, super effervescent, very lively, just millions of tiny little individually but tightly packed CO2 bubbles with a good stream.
It's just very, very bright yellow. Sunshine yellow, if you will.
I will.
And to bring in the sun, let's take a sniff.
Man, you know, I could smell it when you were pouring.
Yeah.
When you were pouring, I could get the aroma coming off it. I mean, it's blasting off of this brew, and man, does that smell just phenomenal.
It's nice and citric. A lot of that lemon. That's the commonality I get, is that lemon tartness from all of these beers that they've made so far.
Yeah.
And it's probably the yeast that they use. I'm sure they use the same yeast in all of them. And it's really just flavorful, citric, lemongrassy kind of flavor.
Yeah, I really have nothing to add. Just that orange juice sort of lemony citric quality. It's so lively on the nose. It just is packed with just this a really amazing spring summer kind of palette of aromas.
Yeah, take a taste.
Cheers. Some interesting flavors coming out of this one. I get a lot of lemon, a lot of lemony, sort of clean feels.
Yeah. The honey for me does come through in the aftertaste of the flavor. I don't know the best way to describe it. It's airy.
I feel like it's alive. Yeah. Like it's full of life. This brew has just a spirit to it. Like between the carbonation and that kind of light lemony freshness, and it's like brisk, and it's just alive. It
is nice and refreshing and light. I just don't think it has a lot of that. I want more malt. I want something else. It just kind of has that tart, citric brightness to it, but that's kind of it.
Well, and I kind of think that's where we're going with that. I mean, it's got this like light spirit to it, but no real backbone.
Yeah,
nothing sort of like holding it up.
Exactly.
And there's really nothing after that initial rush of intense light flavors. Now, the flavors that it does have are really nice, but you're right, it doesn't really have anything to kind of like
to hold it up.
Yeah, to hold it up. And there's, I don't know, and with the farmhouse style, it's so all over the place.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
We've had so many, and really so many are different. Like they're all over, from really sort of like dirty hay quality to like spicy. I don't know. They're all over, and it's hard to peg down what one should be.
Right.
And I think this one, I would definitely fill it into the farmhouse style, but it is lacking something to give it a little oomph.
This might be my least favorite of the three that we've had so far, because I think it's the least unique.
Okay. If you've been watching, you may have noticed that we're wearing some pretty awesome t-shirtage today. We got these t-shirts from a really awesome craft beer apparel store called BrewHeart.
Yeah.
And you can find them at BrewHeart.com, and they were kind enough to send us these shirts as sort of a sample. But if you stay tuned to the end of the video at our end card, we are going to be giving away 2 pint glass BrewHeart koozies.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your hands on a BrewHeart koozie, stay tuned to the very end of our video after our ratings to figure out how to win one. That being said, Corey, what are you giving this?
I feel almost bad about giving this kind of a lower grade, but I'm going to go like a 78. like maybe like a C plus. I just feel like it's missing a lot. The flavors they have in there I do like. I just wish it had a little bit more.
I'm going to go just a little bit higher. I'm going to go like an 82, 83, like a B minus. I do agree with you. It's probably the weakest of the Jester Kings we have had. It's still better than average.
Okay.
I would just say that I think that it's packaged wrong. I would rather have this in a 12 ouncer. I probably wouldn't buy an entire, big bottle worth.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to invest that much. But I could definitely have a 12 ounce bottle on a nice day. I definitely would drink it again. I just don't know that I would seek out this size bottle.
This, especially when there's the other Jester Kings we've had, I just feel are just more interesting. I think that's probably the best word to use. I
agree. Well, Corey, we've had yet another honey-infused brew, and it's such a popular addition to beer right now. So we want to know from you, what is your favorite honey-inspired brew? Let us know in the comment section below. And while you do, always remember,
we're the Brew Review crew.
We'll review
a brew for you.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to try a hashtag today, and if you tweeted us with the hashtag #GimmeDatKoozie.
#GimmeDatKoozie. And we'll put the hashtag in the description below so you know exactly what we want. And we'll even flash it right down here. #GimmeDatKoozie.
That's right. And the one that makes us laugh the most, the one that we think is the funniest, we'll give you that koozie.
We'll give you that koozie. In fact, we'll do 2. So the 2 best tweets will get that koozie from BrewHeartApparel.com. #GimmeDatKoozie.
Cheers.